Cradle, Dogs of Fount, Chapter 40, Part 4. They walked up the smooth brick pathway past the gate that connected with the iron rod fence around the yard. Then they climbed up a few steps up to the front door. Benton knocked on a glass in the wood door. "Come in," someone said. Someone called from the other side. Benton stepped aside and nodded at Nate. Nate barely hesitated before opening the door to the luxury inside. The first thing Nate noticed was the huge television screen with a sci-fi film playing through which sounded like high-quality speakers. There were a beautiful woman on the couch in front talking and giggling. They looked back at Nate and the rest, and then oddly back to the conversation. On the other side of the room, there was a great wood dining table and a bar stocked with all types of alcohol and mixers. The man who Nate assumed was the owner was up a level in the kitchen, the open kitchen. He was chopping a green pepper on a cutting board with a bowl of other chopped vegetables next to it. "Do you like this place?" Benton asked. Nate looked around and nodded. "Yes, I do." "Ask the man to leave then," Benton instructed. Nate looked at Benton with disbelief and then at the man in the kitchen. "You don't think that is the right thing to do, right? But for the sake of education, I ask you to ask him to leave," Benton instructed. Nate was slowly starting to tense up and felt a bit confused by all of this, but he wouldn't back down to this underhanded intimidation. "I ask you, to leave, sir," Nate said. The man looked down at his work and then back to Nate. He put down the knife and wiped his hands on the front of his pants. "Come on, guys. We have to go now," the man said to the woman on the couch. They pouted minimally but gathered their purses and small bags and left with the man out the front door and shut it quietly behind them. Nate was deeply confused and Benton waited for moments for it to settle in. "That is the price of wealth in New Hong Kong. How does it feel? And honestly?" Benton asked. Nate thought with his arms crossed. "It just isn't fair," Nate said. Benton widened his eyes and frowned in thought.